Welcome to AirWorks 2020, DJI's 5th commercial drone conference. COVID-19 has shaken up the world, and we at DJI have been reflecting on how we can help empower more people and business to adapt to life after COVID. Despite the global shutdowns and shift towards remote work, I'm excited to see the progress that we, the commercial drone industry, have made together. I would like to thank each one of you for joining us virtually, whether that be from your couch or from an office. Virtual or in person, DJI AirWorks remain a valuable platform for commercial drone industry to gather and exchange ideas, build meaningful, lasting relationships, and push the industry forward. I hope that by the end of these 4 days, you too will be inspired by the knowledge, resilience, and creativity presents. We will go into more detail on how the industry, on both civil and commercial sides, came together to help combat COVID-19 tomorrow. But today, we want to set the tone for this virtual conference and focus on what DJI does best, innovation. This year, we are going to talk about our innovations in a different way. Instead of introducing our latest product, we want to take some time to define our vision for the commercial drone industry through 2021. As the industry matures, the DJI product has become the go-to choice for organizations across the world. Our goal in the industry has shifted. We are now moving from the product pioneers to the platform providers. Millions of people depend on DJI products to support their daily work. What's more, thousands of developers dedicated their career to build on top of DJI platforms. Therefore, we want to be more transparent about where we are going. As developers plan new products, or as organizations plan the development of drones across their operations, we want to share insights on the direction of our upcoming innovations, so your plan can be incorporated the future instead of the past. I will leave you with this, and Christopher Toison will take it from here to elaborate on our vision.
Thanks, Christina. Now, just like any other startup, DJI was born in a really small space by someone with a lot of passion for innovation and for excellence. So this has led us to create products that transform people's lives, not just RC hobbyists, not just photographers, but firefighters and even farmers. Now, as the industry has boomed in just a decade, we found it was really important for us to re-examine the why behind the things that we do. If we do that, then we'll have a clear vision that's going to help us stay grounded, encourage us to engage with all of our various stakeholders, and to keep motivating us to continue moving towards the future of possible. So in this process, we have evolved and are constantly striving to create products that are accessible, flexible, and affordable, all while creating category-defining features as well. Our quick movements into new areas and technologies have at times left stakeholders by the wayside. So what we want to do now is provide further input into our direction so that we can all move in this industry forward together. So our vision for DJI's role in the commercial drone industry is to offer the world of work with a standardized, integrated drone data collection platform. So to achieve this vision, in the coming years, DJI will move into 3 key areas. First, creating an integrated ecosystem of products, optimizing our drones for geospatial data collection, and last, moving toward intent-driven flight. Since the inception of DJI's enterprise business, what we wanted to do was empower users across industries with capable tools to help streamline their workflows, as well as to avoid their workplace hazards. So we've launched revolutionary products like the Phantom 4 RTK and the Precise 300 RTK, which excel in individual areas such as mapping and inspection. So we're looking now to better unify our enterprise product lines from hardware to software. This means looking at ways to get our products and your fleets to better talk to one another and to be more easily interchanged. At the same time, we're looking to move away from looking at our products just as drones. Our efforts are instead shifting towards data collection as the complete value chain for a drone solution. It isn't useful to enterprises if we just offer one part of the stack. This means we're looking to create a complete ecosystem of products that go from flight control to flight and fleet management, all the way to data output. Secondly, we have noticed that across every industry deploying drones, a key need is to digitize sites and operations, starting with accurate data collection. Drones have inadvertently started to democratize surveying, and therefore we see this as core to providing a drone solution to any customer. So due to the critical nature of geospatial information across the board, we are looking to further optimize the performance in collecting information, whether that be on overall accuracy or tying into common information system platforms. And finally, moving towards commanded, intent-driven flights that automate routine tasks and take the repetition out of people's daily work. As with any new technology, the more mature it becomes, the more crucial it is for multiple products to be deployable at scale. In computers, we see this challenge where different operating systems will have different demands, and there is a significant switching cost. And we see this in the current drone industry as well, which is why we want to make a product interoperability a priority and remove as many barriers as possible for our users. This could mean that in the future, products, both in drones, operating software, and data processing software, will work together by functionality. This doesn't mean that we're closing the gate for third-party developers. Instead, this will actually be an opportunity for us to include them in the process of shaping the industry. Today, we've put this idea into the development of the M300 RTK and H20T solution. In the short term, we want to revisit the ideas that led us to develop DJI Flight Hub, to provide a seamless, integrated experience that provides users with immediate, actionable insights in the field. In the future, we see an opportunity in creating a comprehensive mission management platform centered around flight operations instead. Drones, or data collection platforms, will deliver live data on top of an enhanced reality model, which enables coordination between field operators and the command center. This is the idea that we are exploring right now. While more information will be coming by December 2020, this is a large investment by our team, and we are committed to introducing it in 2021, with updates and features rolling throughout the year. Next, Arjun will talk more about how we will optimize our products for geospatial information collection.
As companies and organizations embrace digitization, drones play a critical role in creating regular, accurate, and detailed models of real operations. In the drone industry, surveying and mapping missions that create digital representations of the world around us underpin the entire industry. Imagine how industries would be transformed when teams have fast and easy access to rich GIS information. Construction and surveying companies are able to react faster to corrections required to be made in the field with a 3D map of their site generated efficiently and in a timely manner. Public safety agencies can be better prepared to act with pre-mapped sites of real-time 3D reconstruction of a collision or a disaster site. Precision agriculture can be more accessible to farmers with on-demand, consistent historical data that gives insight into crop health and informs treatment decisions. Utility providers like electricity or oil and gas companies can automate routine inspections with accurate digital twins of sites that are spread across the world. It is also paramount that drone data is highly accurate. This is why RTK has become a standard component in DJI's enterprise drones today, and we are committing to making it a standard requirement for all our future enterprise aircrafts. In addition to filling the gaps in our current photogrammetry camera offerings, we are exploring new capabilities in the types of data that our drones can collect, starting with LIDAR. In the aerial surveying sphere, LIDAR technology is an important piece to the puzzle of accurate reality models. In low-light situations or in areas with heavy foliage where drone-based photogrammetry methods would fall short, LIDAR is able to provide quick, precise point cloud models of complex structures. Let's take an example of a construction-specific scenario where LIDAR is invaluable. Prefabricated embeds get installed inside the concrete, forming the core of a building structural system. The delivery of these embeds is done far in advance, and hence the installation process needs to be done correctly. Installation of these embeds is critical to the safety and the cost of the project. LIDAR inspections can be used to ensure that embeds are installed correctly by identifying location of the embeds that interface with concrete. Regular LIDAR inspections allow teams to check for quality, cross-check with blueprints, and spot errors before they become a problem, hence reducing the need for rework. The The challenges with LIDAR have always been around the economics of manufacturing. It's too costly and too large for an unreliable product. These immature products have kept drone-flown LIDAR to a small niche of the market. At DJI, we are increasingly interested in bringing an affordable and scalable LiDAR solution to the skies as we believe in the value of LiDAR imagery across the broader drone industry. When LiDAR imagery becomes easily accessible, the applications will extend well beyond AEC and surveying, opening up new ways for public safety professionals, utility inspectors, and more to digitize their operations. The first step to a solution is having a LiDAR module that retains a high resolution and range while being lighter and more affordable than products before it. With that in mind, DJI has been investing directly in innovation in the LiDAR space. This has been primarily through our internally incubated startup, LiveVox Tech. LiveVox has been able to quickly expand by focusing on a unique, non-repetitive scanning LiDAR that is more affordable while relying on the reliability, quality, and the scale of DJI's manufacturing capability. To help further tell the story about LiDAR, LiveVox, and the future of the industry, I'd like to invite Christopher Chen, Director of Sales at LiveVox, to the stage. He'll not only share more about the potential for LiDAR, but introduce a product that we believe has tremendous potential for the aerial surveying and mapping industry.
Thanks, Arjun, for sharing your thoughts on the critical role LiDAR will play in the future. We are honored to be sharing the stage at AirWorks 2020 to share more about our company and introduce a key piece for the future digitizing our world. As Arjun mentioned, LiveVox Tech is a company incubated from DJI's internal innovation program. While our operations are fully independent, we are blessed to be able to tap into DJI's manufacturing capability and learning to produce our products at scale. At LiveVox, we are focused on enabling 3D LiDAR for mass industrial users. While most people attending AirWorks are focused on 3D aerial mapping, we believe LiDAR is the future of many key sectors of our economy, such as enabling autonomous vehicles from ride-sharing to trucking, integrating into autonomous robotics, building smart cities for the future, and more broadly, enable 3D data analytics for things such as smart manufacturing and logistics. This list isn't exhaustive, and we're surprised every day as users discover new, unique ways to utilize LiDAR data. While we aren't the only firm to develop a LiDAR product, we have taken a unique approach that puts us above the rest through our non-repetitive scanning process. This means our sensor captures data in any direction in comparison to other sensors that capture along a defined plane. This process has proven not only capture data more quickly, but can scale area that a traditional LiDAR simply won't, which is critical for mapping application. Today, I'm happy to share with you a new product from LiveVox. LiveVox Avia. Avia brings in the learning that we have gained from discussion with the system integrator and the customer after introducing our Mid-40. The feedback was to make Avia as compact as possible while extending the range and field of view. Compared with Mid-40 sensor, Avia increased the field of view from 40 degrees to 70 degrees, double the detection range, and almost triple the point cloud data. Altogether, we believe the feature set will open up opportunity for integration into other systems, particularly drones. Additionally, we will focus on improving core aspects of our LiDAR technology, enabling incredibly low false alarm rate and straight returns, ensuring that you can catch as much data as possible for each part. We particularly see Avia as valuable for integration into drones for surveying and mapping application due to its unique combination of size and weight, a wider field of view, and a longer sensing range. For the range, you can expect a view up to 200 meters away at 10% reflectivity, and between 300 and 460 meters at 80% reflectivity depending on the lighting condition. Put it all together, Avia is a perfect combination of a small compact form factors, lightweight design, and more powerful sensor capability. In previous years, we have seen LiDAR sensor only be able to fit onto DJI's Matrix 600 Pro or larger aircraft. Now, with Avia, the market is positioned to carry the LiDAR sensor on matrix 300, 200, or even Model 100 with grant to spare. LIDAR's team is excited to see what the industry does with Avia as it hits the market. We'll be opening up pre-order in September, with shipment in Q4. While we see it immediately as an ideal sensor to be integrating in drones for 3D surveying and mapping, we see the potential be much larger as the market gets access to affordable and compact LiDAR sensor. In this way, it is not just a new product, but our first step towards true mass market 3D digitization. There's no telling what the industry such as public safety, logistics, infrastructure, and more will start doing with this product. As Avia reaches the market in the hands of our user, we are looking for more partners and companies to contribute to this movement. Are you a system integrator looking to help integrate Avia into drones or other products? Or maybe a potential user looking to deploy LiDAR for a Nova application? Let us know through our website, liveworkstech.com. We are looking for new partners to join us on this journey of 3D digitization. Thanks for watching and welcoming us at AirWorks. Back to you, Arjun.
Thanks, Christopher Chen. We're excited to see where Avia takes the industry next and how it may be integrated into solutions and operations. DJI hopes to capitalize on the potential of LiDAR in the drone space and will look towards ways to cooperate with partners and also develop products that integrate this technology. We are excited to see how accessible drone-based LiDAR solutions will impact the surveying and mapping industry and beyond, and will look forward for the solutions to come. Thanks for your time. I would like to bring your attention back to Christopher Toison, who will highlight our focus on intent-driven flight.
Drone technology as we know it today has already taken a lot of the dull, dirty, and even dangerous work from people, but we're always dreaming of more autonomous ways to deploy drones. We have taken significant steps with the Matrice 300 RTK and ZenMuse H20T, where intelligent features like AI spot check make automated inspections a reality. We have the vision to improve the automation capabilities of our products so that one day, inspectors can just set the course for the drone and wait for consistent data to come back in just half an hour. These steps toward autonomy will start with new accessories that extend the intelligent capabilities of our products, which will enable advanced operations in a safer and more economically viable way in the years to come. Of course, industry stakeholders need to come together to make sure that the technology is used safely and influence regulations that support an industry-wide safe adoption. Our developers are central stakeholders in the ecosystem, and we have been seeing a lot of exciting developments that enable advanced autonomous functions on our drones. This is why we're looking to better support our system integrators. Before we dive into the improvements we are making across our SDK program, I want to highlight just how far we are today. As of this month, the DJI developer community is larger than it has ever been, with over 20,000 active developers and more than 1,000 published apps. Additionally, our hardware developer community continues to grow on top of our payload SDK, with more than 30 different third-party payloads either released or in production. With all this success, our goal still remains to better integrate DJI products into industry endemic systems, as well as to develop specific solutions that fulfill a variety of industry needs. We are helping to further this in 3 key ways: improving our SDK's capabilities for industry-specific applications, providing more access to DJI resources, and lastly, exploring and testing new cooperation methods. Starting with enabling industry-specific applications, we are looking to enhance SDK's core functionality. Specific SDK features and APIs are developed with industry-specific scenarios in mind. Recently, DJI has verified the strategy with several enterprise partners in both the public safety and energy industries. For public safety, accurate real-time intel is key to the success of missions. So live streaming is important, and having access to this live feed will be crucial to developers. To help developers ramp up their development, we are also working on a modular, customizable, and open source UX SDK with core flight functionalities. And for enterprises, a highly customizable framework is in the works that will be compatible with third-party applications and features to enable enterprises to develop their own custom application that can integrate into their existing technologies and workflows. This will change the way that developers and enterprises interact with DJI software and give them more control over their DJI drone fleet, enabling them to meet stringent security requirements or ship unique, integrated software that meet the most demanding requirements. These changes will come with our UX SDK 5.0 update, and more information will be shared during the various SDK breakout sessions over the next few days. Secondly, we are improving access to the DJI support system. Developers often need to juggle between product development, funding, and going to market. We wanted to make developers' lives easier by giving them access to DJI's resources and infrastructure. Starting on the go-to-market side, opening access to DJI's sales channels to help SDK developers to sell through us. We will also offer more support by providing developers more access to test units and other documentation. We will also create a database that houses success stories from all over the world and builds a real developer community. Sometimes it doesn't work for DJI to just be a passive player in the ecosystem, so we're looking to find new partners and partnership cooperation methods to enable developers' ideas to get the proper support to scale out the industry. We're not sure exactly where this will go, and we don't have a template, but we are looking to find unique ways we can jointly develop solutions, whether it be payload, software, or hardware, that will help open up new applications for drone technology. I'd like to take this back to our larger direction in building an integrated ecosystem. We truly believe that by working together with our ecosystem partners, we can jointly capture all the promised potential of commercial drones. Before we close out, we would like to highlight one of our most important and long-lasting partnerships with FLIR Systems. FLIR has been the leader in thermal imaging, and we have been honored to work with them to bring their powerful sensors to the sky. Now, I'd like to invite Randall Warnes, Global SOAS Segment Leader at FLIR Systems, to share about what FLIR is doing next to push the boundaries yet again for the drone industry.
Thanks, Chris, and hello everyone in the DJI AirWorks community. My name is Randall Warnes, and I run FLIR's industrial and civic SUAS business. As FLIR is the undisputed leader in thermal imaging technology, we've been working with DJI over the past 5 years and also have helped catapult the beginnings of the DJI Enterprise line with the launch of the ZenMuse XT in December 2015. Over the past 5 years, we've seen a tremendous amount of growth in both the use cases and the user base for thermal imaging technology. Along the way, we've been listening to the feedback of our users, resellers, and drone software providers to understand what drives the most value out of using this unique perspective when combining drones and remote sensing from thermal imagers. With that being said, today we're excited to announce the newest innovative payload for DJI airframes, the FLIR View TZ20, a plug-and-play payload compatible with both the Matrice 200 series as well as the Matrice 300 airframes. Designed on DJI's Payload SDK, this is the first dual thermal payload, combining both a wide 95-degree field of view as well as a narrow 18-degree field of view FLIR boson. This allows you to get more pixels on your target when you need it. Now, before we get into the specifications and features of the View TZ20, I first want to talk about some of our hero users. Amongst all those using aerial thermal imaging technology, first responders are at the top of our priorities. As they spend their time looking over our communities, we do what we can to look over their technological needs that enable them to save lives and property. We hear countless stories, whether on the news or personally, about search and rescue missions where drones were the game changer. The FLIR View TZ20 is just another layer to get there faster. The majority of search and rescue missions happen in the remote areas and extend deep into the night. The View TZ20 allows you to fly high above the trees and get enough resolution on your target to determine the heat signature of life. Before sending in ground units, you're able to narrow your field of view to give you more detail so that you can confirm whether you found a person, a woodland creature, or just a rock. Now, you're also able to fly lower to the ground using the wide field of view when you need to cover large expanses of area, and this will help you speed up the location process. Unlike previous payloads, there's no trade-off. For firefighters, you're still able to see through smoke and see in complete darkness. However, you're able to maintain a greater standoff distance from hot roofs, wildfires, and hazardous gases, improving safety during monitoring. Another benefit of the View TZ20's unique design is there's no longer second guessing of whether you have the right lens configuration for your mission set, using its unprecedented situational awareness in one package. Now, unlike digital zoom, the TZ20 offers you continuous zoom between both cameras, keeping you at 640 high resolution throughout your mission. The View TZ20 operates at 60 Hz, which is the highest of any SUAS payload. It also has improved size, weight, and power consumption to keep you in the air longer. Lastly, it's IP54 rated, so it keeps your payload safe under most weather conditions. Because the View TZ20 operates on the DJI Pilot app, there's no need to download another app to your device. When you start up your airframe with the TZ20 connected, the specialized features will show up to your app automatically. It's been a pleasure working with first responders and industrial personnel to understand their needs and put FLIR technology in the hands that make a difference. It is our responsibility to continue innovating on behalf of our users, and we'll continue working with industry leaders like DJI and their SDK to make meaningful products. We're also going to work closer with software developers to make sure we're making features that both help consume and create deliverables with thermal data. With all the challenges in 2020, I want to wish you all the best in health. During these trying times, we continue to work in hopes that our efforts will do some good in the world. Through collaboration, so much is possible, and we want to thank DJI for creating the tools that we develop around, as well as the AirWorks event and community for us to get the word out. Now, if there's anything more we could be doing, please don't hesitate to reach out. We hope to see you all face to face really soon. Now, Christina, over to you to wrap up the keynote portion of the event. Everyone, enjoy the rest of AirWorks 2020.
Thanks, Randall. We are excited to see how the industry puts this technology to the test. Before I let you all go and get ready for the rest of AirWorks, I would like to extend thanks from myself and the rest of DJI for not only attending the first virtual AirWorks, but also joining DJI on this journey of putting aerial robotics to work. We will take a short break now, and please join us again tomorrow morning for our Day 2 keynote, where Brandon Shulman, the DJI's VP of Policy and Legal Affairs, will start a discussion about how the industry came together during the COVID-19 pandemic. Thanks again and enjoy AirWorks 2020.